us, Bud?
It breeds something, Brock.
It breeds contempt. These teams don't like each other. They can fake it. They can say all the right things in the papers. They don't want any bulletin board material. But the fact is, you know your division foes better than anybody, and they know you. And that familiarity does bring a little extra heat into this matchup.
Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Well, here come the Vikings, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And leading them in his pseudo-rookie season after that injury cost him last year. The 10th overall pick in our 2024 draft, J.J. McCarthy.
That's a loss last week, Kate, that he wears. He's worn it all week long, and I know he isn't the only guy out there. There's 11 on the side on every play. And a couple of interceptions. He's going to hold himself accountable. A lot of work's gone into making sure this week's game is an improvement on that. That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Walking the tightrope there, but he makes the grab in bounds. It's a gain of 4, and that's going to give the Vikings the first down. First carry here for Aaron Jones. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
As a corner in this league, oh, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. But you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Staying on the ground with Jones. Another small 4-yard chunk there. C.J. Gardner-Johnson there on the tackle.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. Looking Hawkinson, he's got it. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Keeps on moving into the red zone. And he'll bring it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. It's an Aaron Jones touchdown. Try good by Reichert. And the Vikings will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Josh Blackwell to return it. Showing a little burst so far. And that'll put him up across the 35-yard line as they begin the series. So here come the Bears as they get set for their debut series. They'll be led out by last year's #1 overall pick, Brock. Looking to build on his decent debut season here in year 2. It's Caleb Williams.
A win is a win for him. Whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. And being the team first guy he is, he'd be more than happy to end the game with just 1 touchdown pass, maybe even no touchdown passes, so long as they get the win in the end.
We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Williams from the gun. It's taken in by Rome Odunze. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. That one gains 7. And that's a Chicago first down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Good defensive effort here. Drives them back across midfield onto their own side.
Stay on schedule. SOS. We talk about it all the time. Offensively, you've got to stay on schedule, and a run like that puts you now so far behind the sticks that it takes some superhuman effort now on 2nd down.
Back to their own side of the field now, Brock. This is 2nd and long. Working from the gun, Williams. He's got it. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
You know, kid, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
That's complete to the rookie out of Missouri. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Williams to throw on first. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series. He's the one driving it.
And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up third down. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Good point, good point.
Kate, I've talked to you over the years of the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On third down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent. They were able to answer a score with a score, maybe not to tie the game, but to certainly turn some of the momentum.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Return coming from the 6. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30. Ben Johnson doing a last bit of coaching here as the Bears return to the field. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
First play in the drive. Here's Mason. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Third and just 2 to go. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. And he goes down. The Bears got him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
He's got it at the 24. They found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. The Bears offense out there for their second drive of the contest. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. First down throw by Williams. He set up the screen here to Swift. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. Connects on the crosser. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's good for a Bears first down.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual-threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Now an inside handoff to Swift. He gets him inside the 40, and that's a gain of about 9 yards on the play.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down. Going run again with Swift. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it. On play action, Williams bails out of the pocket quick. Now here he goes. And he'll go down here, covers up nicely after a gain of 7.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Thrown for his running back, but he comes up empty, incomplete, and now they're facing 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short. So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that first down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took their shot. They just couldn't finish it.
It's on target to Moore. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. That big 4th down call is how we close out our first quarter. 7-3 is our score. More from U.S. Bank Stadium after the break. Welcome back. Second quarter about to start. Bears with a chance for at least 3, possibly 6. Williams on first down. That's incomplete left side.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. To the air yet again, Williams. Short pass brought in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Again, it's Williams. And that's going to be brought in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears take a second quarter lead. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
So we've got a stoppage now. Figured this might be coming. We're going to take another look to see if this was indeed a touchdown. Now, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again. Unlike these officials who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
Those points safe on the scoreboard. The touchdown upheld upon review. Santos connects on the point after. And the Bears push their lead to 3. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense ready to set up shop again. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
From the shotgun, McCarthy has him on the quick hitter. And he will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. Markers reset, ball at the 37. First and 10, here's Jones. And he's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be second down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Looking to throw, McCarthy. Completed right side to Addison. And they don't connect looking deep there, but this play's not quite over yet. So there's a flag on the field. Offense tagged for the penalty there as they walk off the distance. Second down out the window. They're backed up here for third down. Third and long for him here. They'll make a bid for it on the ground. He slides to a stop after a great run, but still not quite enough for that first down.
You know, that's a really good play. I know it doesn't get the first down, doesn't keep them on the field, but what it does is it keeps that defense honest. And I promise you, the next time in that situation, they'll have that run in the back of their minds.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. They're already on a modest little winning streak here, currently in position to stretch it to 3 games as they take the field again. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's first and 10. They're going to run here. Kyle Monunga. And it looks like they'll give him about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's second and 8. Out of the shotgun to give to Swift. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
That's good. For a Bears first down. A gain of 11 on the play.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
First down, Williams to throw. Buying some time right. Brought in right side by Moore. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First down, Williams. Odunze's got it right side. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
Second and 3 now. Now here's Williams. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Sticking in the air, it's Williams. That's Cox. This is Loveland. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. Give him 24 on that play. And that's a Chicago first down.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the red zone on first. Finds him over the middle. And this one doesn't go far.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Here's Swift on second down. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short third down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Manangai. No gain for them, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
Oh, so aggravatingly close to a safety on that one right there, Kate. Just a matter of a foot, and they could have had some points on the board defensively.
Another chance to get that lone yard. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's another for him. And he will not get in. The defense holds. Back-to-back stands at the goal line. And now it's 3rd and goal.
All I can really say about that one, Kate, at least he managed to make it out of the end zone. Now staring at a 3rd down at your own 1. Yikes.
3rd and goal. It's Williams. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears grow their lead just before halftime. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Santos now for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bears make it a 10-point ball game. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Making some progress here. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. Now the Minnesota offense trotting out. That score made it 17-7, but they can cut it back to a one-score game here. 1st and 10, here's McCarthy. Has a big strike to Addison. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. They get 28 out of that play. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Straight ahead they go with Jones. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
This is going to take him into the red zone. He's down at the 16-yard line. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. They send a receiver in motion right. Going to the ground again on first. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Addison going to motion over left. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Minnesota! The Vikings make it a one-score game before halftime. Jordan Addison, the touchdown. Riker there to tack on the extra point. And the Vikings cut it to a field goal game. Holly set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Devin Duvernay to return it. He's got a lane up past the 30. He'll head out of bounds on the return. The Bears going back on offense just before halftime. Holding just a field goal lead. Probably going to see them play it close to the vest in the time we've got remaining. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down to first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Makes the catch. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. With 10 seconds to go in our half, partner. We've got whistles. It's a timeout.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
1st and 10 from the 41. Williams from the gun. Working the sideline. That's Odunze. And he's hauled out of bounds as he takes this down to the 30. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Bears first down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Working from the gun, Williams. And that's got it, left side. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. The Bears bring on Cairo Santos for the field goal. 1 for 1 so far. This is from 40. Santos' kick is good. And that'll double their lead to 6. So we have a 1-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott Hansen, take it away.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. 10 weeks have come and gone. The temperature's starting to dip a little bit here in November. Lots to show you. Let's talk about it. Our look around the league starts now with a matchup of contrasting styles. And it's the reigning Offensive Rookie of the Year, Jaden Daniels. One of his 3 touchdown passes on the afternoon. The Commanders took care of business. They win it by 5. Next up, why don't we go to Foxborough and check in on the Patriots as they host the New York Jets. And this is Ramondre Stevenson. He's going to deliver in the red zone to the end zone, 12-yard touchdown run. Lastly, let's go to Atlanta. It's the Falcons taking on the Carolina Panthers. And it's the rookie from Arizona, Tedaroa McMillan. He'll take this one in, one of 2 touchdowns for him in the first half. The Panthers with the lead at the half. A final look now at the rest of the scores from week number 11, with Indianapolis and New Orleans enjoying the week off. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half. As we get you back out to Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Here's Duvernay on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Bears and DeAndre Swift set for their next drive. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, and just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
Williams off the play fake. Throw left side is hauled in by Loveland. And it's a quality effort here as he's pushed out right along the 40. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's a Chicago first down. Only took him 1 play, Brock, and they have already made it to the 40-yard line. Williams to throw on first. Escapes the pocket. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something when no one open and risk a turnover, He wisely just threw it away.
Throwing again on second, Williams. Set up the screen here to Swift. Ooh, and the stop made awfully close to the marker and in midfield. It's going to be 3rd and short now from the 49.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
To the ground, it's Manungai. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the 1st down.
I love watching those running backs do their drill, especially in practice where they just keep those legs turning. They keep those legs moving for situations just like that one.
1st down throw by Williams. Has it in close. And he goes out a little short of the 40.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Manungai with it. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
There he is on 3rd and short. Pass brought in by Burton. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate. There's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, going to be mountaintops. Just like pitchers don't have all their stuff every time out, well, when you do and you're electric, it's sure fun to play.
Williams on 1st down. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing it. Unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Williams throwing again here on 2nd down. On the move, headed right. And that's going to be brought in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Williams and the Bears getting set to try for 2.
The Bears will line up for the 2-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he's got a man. Complete. And he made the line of scrimmage, but not that goal line. Defense there to shut down that 2-point attempt. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings send receiver Jordan Addison getting set for this next drive. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch a breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And no turnover here, but a massive loss on that play as he recovers his own fumble.
We all saw the brief moment of full-on panic between the ball coming out and him getting back on it. The impressive part is he kept his composure while it was still loose. One mistake didn't become two, and he cleaned it up before any defenders could.
From the shotgun, McCarthy has him on the quick hitter. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. This is a tough spot to be in. It's third and very long. Here he goes, third and long. He's got it. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do them through the offseason, do them through training camp, you do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force fourth downs just as they did.
And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. Ben Johnson doing a last bit of coaching here as the Bears return to the field. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Williams. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't find Romadunze there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. One in behind center with Swift. His foray up the middle, and that's about 3. Ivan Pace able to make the stop.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Completed here to Komet. And they are on him short of that 1st down. They responded quickly to that throw. That brings up 4th down.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. The Vikings taking the field on offense. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Connects with his back. Aaron Jones. There's a little bit up to the 21. That was Montez Sweat who took him down. 2nd and 6 coming up here. On play action now, McCarthy. Hits him on the in route. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on 1st down. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Taken in by Addison, left side. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46. 1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. Another one to Addison. This one doesn't get much. Down to the 41. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds. This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Motioning the tight end now. McCarthy now. Blitz coming. Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down's going to end up in a loss of yards.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You're trading a little bit of speed, sure. You sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. Throwing for the back of the end zone. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So that brings up 4th and long. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown. And you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
Here come the Bears back out on offense. They're looking at the entire field in front of them. A long drive ahead, Brock, as they start out very close to their own goal line. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
You know, that kind of gain may not take a safety out of the picture on the next play, but at least you won't have half your guys standing in the end zone on the next snap. That was a valuable little run right there.
And he just get the play off. Short pass brought in. And out he goes on the final play of the quarter. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's the Bears with possession and a fairly comfortable lead to begin the 4th quarter. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Williams from the gun. Flushed out of the pocket. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away. After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now it's Manunga. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a 1st down, that's a bonus.
1st and 10 from the 41. Now Williams. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
A gain of 12. And the Bears 1st down.
Running with Swift out of the gun. And a nice little run there gets him 5. 2nd down upcoming.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Here's Williams. Brought in right side by Moore. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Williams to throw on 1st. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. He's looking for Colston Loveland. And now they face 2nd down. Working from the gun, Williams. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line. Third down, here's Williams. Connecting on a slant. And that is a great stop to deny him the marker. It's going to be 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow. And those 3 points make a comeback that much more difficult now. 2 touchdowns got to be scored, And that two-point conversion, that's a job really well done.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Vikings offense back to the field now. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Oh, he's keeping it again. And he will manage a little before being forced into a slide, as that's going to chip something off this upcoming 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Addison going to motion over left. Going on 3rd, McCarthy. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Jones off the pistol give. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
To the right, hauled in by Jefferson. And he's brought down after a short gain. Looking quickly here.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
They'll air it out on 3rd. Dumped off to his running back. Wow, and they're actually going to lose some yardage here as they fail to convert. Now they're facing 4th down. They're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He connects downfield. And he's finally down to put a stop to this one, but a notable chunk of yardage broken off with that gain. Here's Scott on the carry. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. Offense in the hurry up here.
14-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They're going to run it. Here's Scott. And he'll bring it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings can make it a 1-score game as they trim the lead. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Blackwell now to return it. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. The Bears about set for their next possession. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. This drive's going to begin with the ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. This is scooped up by the Vikings. And Minnesota returns this to the end zone. Touchdown! The Vikings down by only 2 in the 4th. They knew what they had to do. First the touchdown. Now a 2-point try to tie it.
The Vikings will line up for the 2-point conversion.
All or nothing. They'll run it. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails.
29. Vikings
really seemed like they were trying to get as much momentum as possible out of that series of events, didn't it? Big play like a fumble return, Brock. They wanted to add another big moment with that two-point try.
Yeah, I don't mind that at all, even if they did fail. Kind of like a big play we see all the time, right? The offense will get right back to the line. Don't let that defense breathe. I don't mind it, even if the execution wasn't there.
The Bears offense now heads back out to the field. Their lead cut down inside a field goal, so points imperative here to get some breathing room. First down, Williams to throw. Complete right side, Burton has it. And this one does not go far. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. Out of the gun, here's Williams. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Luther Burden, the guy he was looking for. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Back to throw it. Secured by Burden on the slant. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Now an inside handoff to Swift. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
To throw, Williams. Vikings get there. They're going to win this round. And the sack forces a now tougher 3rd down.
This dude is putting together some kind of game today. When he scored that touchdown earlier, we knew we had to keep an eye on him. And no surprise, here he is making yet another huge impact play.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. He'll throw it. Catch made. And somebody finally able to force him out there. So even with that quality gain, it will still wind up being 4th down. And he has stayed productive throughout this game. He's up to the 300-yard mark after that last completion. Really has been a solid showing for him finding his targets. Important moment as they turn to Cairo Santos. It'll be a 54-yarder from the right hash. The kick is off the mark, no good. And their lead will remain unchanged in the 4th.
Kate, they had a chance to take a field goal out of the picture, and I don't know how I can quantify this other than hope. Now you've provided hope for that opponent because they know just get themselves into range and they can take care of business on their end.
Back to throw. And Willie, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down. Setting up to pass. Completed right side to Addison. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. Here he is to throw. Stepping up, and he's going to run. And he's going to slide to a halt. For the moment, it's a gain, but we'll see if that penalty flag brings it all back. All right, so they like the results on the field, and they're going to decline this penalty. The time is there, but the timeouts are not. You've got to be smart. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Another one to Addison. And he will score and give them the lead in the final minute. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have won. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Blackwell now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. Chicago getting set to take the field now. They find themselves down here in the fourth after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Williams will look to throw. And they got there in time. He's taken down. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Pass rush could be coming again after that last sack, Brock. Let's see here, 2nd and 19. Williams from the gun. Able to get it to Moore. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Williams on the play action. And really, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. Timeout Chicago. It uses its second. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. After the sack, let's see what the offense does here. 2nd and 18 coming up. Now Williams. Trying to push deep downfield. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Looking to throw it. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Their hand is forced here. They've got to get this. They're down 5. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. He's got it inside the 10. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4. The Bears going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
At the 4-yard line.
Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here, 1st and goal. Again, it's Williams. The back's got it. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Bears trying to get everyone set. They're going quickly here.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Sticking in the air, it's Williams. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now they're left with 3rd and goal. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone.
And he's got it. He pulls in a game-winning touchdown with almost no time left. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them.
And he brings it in. That makes this a field goal game now. Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for 2. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play. It's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you
wow, we pulled that out of our butt.
It just because he scored a touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
So the Bears take this one on the road. And they take not just the victory, but some serious year-long bragging rights home with them after this one, as they finish off the sweep of their division rivals. With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears winners as we bid you farewell from Minneapolis.